Yeah, people usually confuse it with the long jump. These are two different events. Well done. Congratulations to Rojas. Let's move into another sport that is becoming very murky, becoming very confusing as well. Kenya's Rayton Okwiri, sometime back in December, was supposed to box Ghanaian Allotey. If you remember that story very well, Okwiri prepared, and then the last time we were supposed to have him in studio, he was on the way to the airport. He was supposed to be going to Ghana, and then Allotey chickened out. Allotey said he had had a shoulder injury. It was established that that injury was actually fake, and Allotey now was going to fight a very weak Ugandan opponent. Now, the story is that this is becoming very rampant in Ghana. In fact, Ghana has been banned by the UK Boxing Commission because of this corruption. Ghana is being labeled the most corrupt, boxing federation in Africa for some reason, and Ghanaian fighters also being labeled that as well. So now Okwiri wants to be compensated, and everybody seems to be calling for that compensation because he spent money preparing, he was ready to travel, and then he chickened out of that fight, and now he's fighting somebody else. So Allotey is fighting Hamisi Maya this Saturday in Accra.
I think
I'm not a doctor, but how long does it take for a shoulder injury to heal? 3 months?
Yeah, it should take at least 3 months. But I don't think Allotey had any intention of fighting Okwiri.
They had a contract.
Okay? So yeah, they had done a contract. But then he realized a little too late in the day that if he fought Okwiri and lost, then he would be done. And because he's the champion, he plays those games again and says, hey, you know what? Now I'm well, and I'm not going to fight this guy. Let me look for a weaker opponent to give me a few more weeks at the top. Isn't that what they all do, even on the international level?
No, in the international level it's different. You have to fight their challengers.
Yes.
Okay, and the person who you probably fought last is the first challenger. Although you've got an option of fighting a champion in this other boxing, division, in this other boxing association. If the two of you are world champions, if the two of you are bantamweight champions, for example, you're WBA, IBO, and I'm the champion, I can choose from one of the two, but they have to be champions. But the first challenger is the one that you fought last. Now, this man simply avoided Okwiri. Even the WBC vice president, who is also the ABU president, Africa Boxing Union president, says, look, Okwiri should look for compensation. What do you think?
Look, it starts with, does he have a right to do what he did? Can he get away with it? You know, the way they say you can, tax evasion is bad, but you can avoid it. So if he can avoid and be okay, then he avoids and he's okay. If he can't, if it was a mandatory bout, then Okwiri should ask for it. But if the guy says, look, I'm injured, and we check and the doctor says you're injured, what can you do? I think it's one of those things about boxing that makes it slightly complicated. The fact that it's not a clear-cut line that you win this one, you fight this one, you win this one, you fight this one. So it makes it harder, because if I'm the guy, if I'm Allotey, I'm not going to fight Okwiri. I'll fight the Tanzanian guy.
Why not?
Because I think I can beat him.
Why not? AJ is already training. Usyk is also training. They're going to fight.
Yes, and they're probably, you're looking at it and thinking, who can I beat, who can I not beat? Look, this was revolted against Mike Tyson for a long while, when he was at the very top. And they said, some of the guys he was made to fight weren't necessarily great, but we found ways so that we kept his invincibility. So we found opponents that he could beat.
Okay, but it's been agreed that he has to actually compensate Okwiri.
Yes.
The ABU is dealing on that. But let's go into a more happier story. The Box Girls Kenya, they scooped the Sport Impact Awards under the Sports and Health Initiative category at the award ceremony in Dakar. I don't know if you picked this up, but a lot of people missed it as well. I mean, these are girls. They have a boxing